Tucked away in the heart of Illinois, surrounded by woods, trails, and the sound of laughter echoing off the lake, is a place unlike any other. For 75 years, 4-H Memorial Camp has been a home away from home, a place where generations of youth have learned, grown, and discovered who they are. It's more than cabins and campfires, it's a community, a tradition, and a memory that lives on in the hearts of thousands. We asked those who led the way, former camp directors from across the decades, to share their memories, their laughter, and the stories that shaped a legacy.
People have asked me about, what's the value of camp? I was working in the camp office on a cold winter day, nobody around. Foggy, kind of drizzly, dark, dank, lonely feeling, whatever. There was a gentleman standing out here in the big open area between the cabins, and he was an older guy. So I left him alone for quite a while, went back to see if he was still there, and he was. So I said, hey, are you okay? He just looked at me, he says, yeah, he says, I am. This is where I met my wife. The memories that are made here, they last a lifetime.
When I started, I really had zero intentions of staying very long.
Came in as green as I could be, not knowing a thing.
Mr. Frank Turok, he basically asked me if I wanted to be director. So I said, well, Frank, I guess. I don't really know much about camping, but yes, I'll take it, I guess.
My dad was the craft director and specialized in leather and went summers without us. And then eventually they decided to build us a small cabin so that our family could be together. Dad became the director at that time. I'm eventually the assistant director.
My parents put me on a bus and they sent me to camp, and that's the day it all started. Worked my way up through staff, then came back full-time in 2005 as the assistant camp director, and then became the camp director in 2019.
The camp hooked me, so to speak. It was the kids. It was really all about the kids. Helping a kid that was just so homesick or afraid to try something new. Helping them to overcome that fear was very rewarding.
This was an absolute family.
You just can't help but become a family.
The best thing about camp is the rapport. If you can build that rapport with all the different people that are there doing different things, including our head cook who loved to have fun and play tricks.
There were a lot of tricksters at camp among the staff and even my dad. Do you remember the time that we came back from the weekend and the camp staff had filled our entire cabin with newspapers?
Yes.
Wanted newspapers, we couldn't even get through the door. The next time it was balloons, we couldn't get through the door. One time it was saran wrap. Everything in our cabin was saran wrapped. And it was just constant, fun and games, and we never knew what was going to happen.
Grounds maintenance, washing dishes, cooking, counseling, lifeguarding. Everybody was willing to do everything and just pull on the same rope in the same direction. Everybody was here, it seemed like, for the right reason. And that was just to make sure this place worked.
Since school's out, we went to camp and we were there for the summer. My son worked at camp when he was a senior in high school. My daughter learned how to swim there.
My kids got to grow up here. They all still remember it. It was a great place to raise a family.
Just what a great experience it was.
To think that there was a desire to honor those past 4-H'ers from World War II is super powerful. It's not yours, it's for them. It's for a bigger purpose.
Back in the late 40s, there were some people that saw 4-H camping as being valuable. They were the visionaries. It's really to their credit that this place is here, that Robert Allerton donated 250 acres just for the 4-H camp. He was a visionary.
One of the most nostalgic things for me here is at night. We're seeing the same thing that's been seen for 75 years now. You see the cabins lit up and you hear the sounds, and it's kind of timeless.
We built the flag ceremony every morning, in the evening when we lowered the flag, every Thursday night when we did candle lighting ceremony in the sunken gardens. There's nothing like that as beautiful as singing and everybody lighting the candles.
A lot of those kids are trying, they are hugging, they're holding each other, holding hands, walking back. It's very emotional, and you can see right there, we've had an impact. They're taking something home from that.
Kids wanted to come back and experience that again, and not just as campers, they became staff. It grew the program and the word spread.
It was the ones that came back year after year after year. As a camper and then as a staff member, that's when you know that, hey, this place is working its magic.
The 4-H Memorial Camp experience helped me be more confident, helped me talk in front of groups. It really helped me just kind of come into myself and realize my interests and my hobbies and all those neat things. And I think professionally it's helped me a lot. It really kind of helped me find my path.
It was rapidly growing. The first summer I was here, we only had about 400 kids total. I remember the staff baked a cake back when we went to a 4-H camp number over 200 for a week. I was still working with some of the same young people, and they were giddy that they had built something that was working, and they made a cake. I'll always remember that. I remember I counted once on a calendar, we had something going on here every day. We added the Diabetes Association's week-long camp, the FFA camp, the Junior High Student Council camp, the Homemakers camp, after you've been dealing with kids all summer, and 150 ladies come rolling in here ready to have a good time. We had the Pike County Mental Health Center mainstreamed into the week of camp that the Pike County kids are here, 4-Hers are here. So we had adult clients with the kids. That week was one of the more magical weeks because the kids took it up a notch with their kindness, helping a couple of those clients catching fish for the first time, along with 4-H campers. It was just amazing. We were at one time up to 5 high school marching band camps that we squeezed in August, back to back to back. And then the facilities had to get better because they were getting used really hard and they had age to them.
When I started, there's 54 buildings out here at the time. Over half of them needed a new roof. The rec shelter here at the camp was reshingled by extension staff and volunteers. While we probably maybe bent a few rules at the time, this is what we had to do. We had no money.
We had a goal of replacing 1 set of cabins a year, and we did a fundraiser and ended up doing like 6 at a time. That was a very popular project. The impact was immediate. People loved the design. The kitchen wasn't up to snuff, and that was scary because that was over $1 million project. That was a challenge, but we did that. We've rebuilt that dining hall. Lila Jean Eichelberger's wonderful gift that allowed for a new arts and crafts building that we now call Eichelberger Hall. It's a multi-use building. That was another big one.
The addition of the rock wall, all the creation station, all those different program areas and the activities that we do.
The teams course here at the 4-H camp, I grabbed every organized recreational book I could find. So I saw these trust activities. I thought, those would be good activities to do here. We built 4 or 5 stations, including one 11-foot wall. And then it just kind of took off. They got grant money to expand it closer to what it is now. And then this is just continued to grow.
Without solid budgets that you knew were coming, we just figured it out.
You can really find yourself out here at camp. Technology is coming whether we want to or not, but some of this, it can't be replaced with technology. Here, you have to be a real person. You have to talk to people. We put you in a cabin with people you don't know, and you have to figure out how to navigate that and get along and clean up after yourself because your parents aren't here to do it for you. That is so incredibly important. Seeing that look on those kids' faces when they catch that first fish, when they are successful on the rock climbing wall, when they've made some really neat arts and crafts and they're going to take home to their parents, the archery, the fishing, the hikes, and just to see that continue to be a powerful thing, see that excitement, I hope that to continue to have kids experience that every year. That would be really big.
This is a place you can come to be your true self in a safe place with other people that are doing the same thing. So it gives you independence, it gives you freedom, and to just know that the things that matter most in life friendships, relationships, and all that are here for the taking.
I think it's wonderful that the camp has survived. The kids are running around today without their electronic device in their hand. Hopefully that will continue forever.
I'm just glad had the opportunity to have that experience.
It's a lifetime of memories.
Time moves on. Campers grow up, directors retire, but the spirit of 4-H Memorial Camp remains. In every canoe paddle, every cabin cheer, every star-filled night, the magic lives on. Here's to the past 75 years of friendship, growth, and leadership, and to the many more still to come.